Hey, what's up? Yeah, I know nothing seems always right. You know what the best part about not having very many subscribers is? Is when you mess up and say stuff that's wrong, nobody's there to call you out on it. I've got a lot of details wrong in my last Lamborghini video. I got a bunch of dates and names wrong. I got confused on the model numbers and everything. But nobody said anything because nobody watched it. It's probably because I keep coughing in the background and don't do any editing. So, what are we looking at today? We got the Porsches. This is the latest one, the GT911 GT3. It is quite a wide body on it, which is pretty wild. Back in 2010, this is the GT3 RS. And you saw by the title of the video that we're going to talk about the newest GT3 RS that just came out. This one is mainline, of course, but it's got the deco on the front and the lenses are part of the windshield. The red is so nice, and it's got all the deco on the back too. This blue one I had is from 2010, and it has nothing on the back. I found it at a garage sale, so it's got chips on it and rusty bolts, but it is a RS. It's got the nice front, at least anyways. There we go. It's really nice. The one I had at the beginning there, I don't know what model it is. It's obviously like a 911 or a Carrera or whatever it still is. But it is from 1976. So it can't be something too far earlier than 76. And I don't know the model numbers on that. I don't know if you can see it with this in the background. But it kind of has a wide body on it too, which is crazy. They were wide bodying these bad boys back in the 70s already. I don't know if that was just strictly for the racing purposes or what, but here's one from 50 years ago. Here's an RS3 that I do have right now. And you can see in the background, just like the last video I turned this upside down, I was checking to see what number in the series this was, but it doesn't say. It just says Gran Turismo, and that's it. So this is just one of the cars from the movie. I'm gonna set this over here, and we're gonna compare these because this is another Gran Turismo car from the movie, and this obviously is the it's the glare car. 2022 Porsche 911 GT3 RS. So because it's the 2022, right? They haven't released this casting before because they didn't have it back in 2010 and all that such, right? So I'm curious to see what the bottom actually looks like. It's got the nice 10 spokes on there. Can't see it in here, so I'm going to open it up because there's a lot of black and stuff on here you can't see. Both these Gran Turismo cars were really hard to get into. The cardboard is nice and thick for some reason. Okay. This is the one from the movie, like I said. And there's the Nissan, the GTR in there too, but I have a lot of those already in my collection, and wow, do not have one of these. Holy crap. I was saying in my last Gran Turismo video that the Super Tofino was a car I've spent a lot of time driving in the sim rig I have. This one is probably the best car in the game, though. Maybe in the movie. Wow, look at that. It's nice and heavy. The paint's going to be interesting. I think that's a little different. The wing is plastic. That's cool. And the top, like I said, is carbon fiber. So we couldn't see that in that case of the plastic blister pack there. But it's not textured, but it you can definitely tell. It's got the front vents in here. Oh, this is nice. Oof. So that's cool. And it's got the front badging, of course. Nice grill. Can't see into the windshield. It's blacked. I just held it right to the light. It's blacked right out. Interesting. Obviously, the movie thing. Says right there the GT3 RS. Okay. Take a look at that for a second. This is the one from 2010. And I'm going to see, when did this casting, did they just release this, by the way? It says it's the 2026. Oops, can you see that? It's 2026. So this one and this one, there's 50 years between those two castings. Holy screeching, drifting Batman. Turn that off, maybe we don't hear the cars in the background. It's like a drift session. 50 years, so there's quite a bit of difference. Presuming that that's a stock. So we're off track here. Let's get back to what we were talking about here. This car is a really nice color. I know you can't see it, but it's more of like ivory. This maybe you can't see with the contrast. But if I put it on something, maybe it doesn't matter, but it's a really nice white. There's no metal flecking or anything. It's just a really, really, really nice white. Whereas this one is a beautiful blue that, is metallic. So side profiles. I think they still look pretty close. Oops, my hand's been in the way the whole time. Okay, well that's not helping out very much. Let's take this off. And this is the newer 2021, which should look closer. It's pretty sick. And you can kind of see how with the extra wide body on that, it's got way bigger butt on it than this one. This one has no deco or anything on it like that, but it was the only other model I could find. I have lots of Porsches, but none that are actually the RS. The one on the left here, it's kind of bad comparison because it's just the GT3. And this is the GT3 RS. So not a fair comparison, but I'm looking at it from my view. I'm not even looking in the camera right now because this casting's so different. It just came out. But I'm comparing the vents. I'm comparing how the lights are on here. I'm comparing that front bumper. And because of the deco, it's hard to, without those wheels like this, it's hard to tell what's the premium. Okay, I was stuttering a little bit too because this is not the RS. I'm going to divert again. This video is all over the place. No direction. This is what happens when you wing it. This is what's his name's livery. You know what's his name. This is also a GT3. I try to film this black one as much as possible. So in this view, from what I'm seeing up here, they actually have very similar wide back ends, which is really cool. This one on the right doesn't have the front canards or flutes. I don't know what those are actually called. They're not canards. The venting on the aggressive venting here. Just get this right in there, out of focus on them. There's a lot of contrast. Let me wipe this black one off here while we admire this. I'm just looking at amazed at all the bodywork, because you know, like the graphic effects here they put in, the vents they've got in there. This wing is plastic. It's so big compared to the regular ones, obviously for the package. It's just this one's really good. I seem to be just thoroughly impressed every time I open one of these new castings. It's pretty cool. So, as I'm just Googling over these, not much to say because I thought I had some pretty cool Porsche cars already, but this new 2026 casting is amazing. I think the most popular, the one, the GT3 RS people have seen is that Vin from Hoonigan. He has the red trim on this that was only out for a certain number of years. Oof. If you know what I'm talking about, it's that gray and the red trim with the red roll bar and the red seats and stuff. They even got, like I said, in the wheel wells here. This is different than the body kit. But that gray with the red trim is very popular. It's cool to see it all in just a monochrome white here. The last Gran Turismo car we're looking at was the gold Kappa Super Tofino that I got all mixed up with the other Huracans. That was hilarious. If you want to see somebody mumble their words worse than this, that Huracan video is pretty good. So there we go. There's the Gran Turismo movie cars that I have. Anyway, zoom, zoom, zoom. Make all your sound effects. I could turn up the drift party again on the TV there. But this is supposed to be about this new car, and I keep bringing in all these other cars. That's pretty sick. Yeah. Going in the collection for sure. Look at that. It's in the background there, not in focus, just there is the presence. It's pretty sick. Impressed, Hot Wheels. Impressed I keep waiting to get a crappy one and be like, oh yeah, this is junk. No, no, these are legit. This is definitely a race car. All right, I think we're gonna end there. I'm just kind of stalling because I'm just staring and taking it in myself. Because once again, I'm pleasantly shocked. This was so nice. I'm definitely putting this in my premium collection for show. So there we go. And then once again, we'll cut out with the 1976 Porsche casting. 2026, 1976.